What's up, you guys? Billy here, TeamN0Fear. I have the hero deck. I changed it quite a bit. I cut it down to 40, which is pretty important nowadays. I took out the YuGiOhs, I took out a couple of other things, but I'm just going to get right into the deck, explain my choices pretty well, and just what I said. The one Stratos is obvious because it is a hero deck. I hope it doesn't get banned, but I'm pretty sure it will, so whatever. The three aliases, main light beater guy, two bubble men. I added a couple bubble men. It's been working really well. It adds an aggressive side to the deck. So if you want to go for aggressive plays, you can, but you can also be very controlling. You can control the game state very well, and you can make aggressive pushes, which is what I'm trying to say. The two Thunder Kings, because it is a stun card and it's 1900, and then the Crusader to finish off the monsters. I only play 9 monsters, so it works pretty well with Bubble Men. I've top decked Bubble Men a couple times and it's been pretty good. 3 E-calls, because I added the Bubble Men. You gotta have 3 E-calls now. The one Rhoda, another obvious searcher. 1 second. The 3 Sparks for your aliases and your Crusaders. Pretty much always live unless you draw 3 of them, of course. 3 Miracle Fusions for just to bang out easy boss monsters randomly for free, pretty much. And then you can recycle heroes with the Shining. Go for Blade Armor, plays easier. Absolute Zero works pretty well now. So the 2 Super Polys, just to fuse from either side of the field. Just a good card. Technically you minus yourself, but to stop your opponent's momentum and bring out a boss monster, it's a minus, but it's not really. Staples are those are my staples. Pretty standard. 2 Soul Takers. I put this in because I want to have monster removal to clear up the field, to be able to make bigger pushes instead of trying to control all the time, because if you control all the time, then your opponent can eventually get rid of all your resources and then make a push for game. But with Soul Taker, it helps you keep the game state in your favor by limiting their monster count, and it's also just a good card to get rid of Pulsar and Shining, of course, for the mirror match, and just it's Soul Taker. And then 2 dualities to finish off the spells. You do special summon sometimes, so I think 2 is fine. And then for the traps, Hero Blast, 2 warnings just to stop summoning, the 1 bottomless and 1 compulsory, the 2 skill drains. Even though I took out the Barbarosas, I still like skill drain a lot because it does negate effects, and effects can be it can hurt the deck. Effects are like the main thing that people use nowadays, so skill drain shuts that down and doesn't really conflict with your monsters. Torrentials, just 2 of those, obvious. The Starlight Road and the Dark Bribe to negate like Heavy Storm and other pesky cards like that. Dark Hole. Now onto the side deck. I'll do the side deck first this time. Triple Macrocosmos. I don't know, it's just good against dragons and like decks that rely on the graveyard. And the new card that I added, which is kind of funny, it won me a couple games because I played 2 Gravekeepers at locals, and I beat both of them because of this card. Parallel World Fusion. It's a Miracle Fusion, but it works when your monsters are banished as opposed to being in the grave, so it doesn't use the grave. And it works great in conjunction with Macrocosmos, because once all your monsters are banished, you just put them back in the deck with this. And it helps recycle your monsters already, bring out the Shining or something. The Shining will be pretty beefy because of Macrocosmos and all your removed monsters. 1 Soul Release, just, I don't know, it's just banishes stuff in the grave. Shadow Imprisoning, just for dark decks like Dark Worlds that hurt. The Chain Disappearance, just random chain disappearance. Trap Holes for Insectors and other stuff that normal summons. I actually set this in against gadgets quite a bit because it kills their gadgets. Drain, it's Drain, the Snowman's, and that's the side deck, and the token for the side. I always have to show you guys my token, so. And then the extra deck is pretty new. Triple the Shining. Just a big light guy that comes out with a large amount of attack points, and it's hard for your opponent to get over him sometimes. So I just like to use him as a big beat stick that comes out for free pretty much with Miracle Fusion, and that's just it. So that's the Shining. Then I have 1 Nova, 1 Gaia, and 1 Tornado, just for your Super Polys so they can always be live. And you do run a Wind Guy for Great Tornado, which is your Stratos, but you always want to go into the Shining anyway. Then you have 2 Absolute Zeros because of Bubbleman. He adds the water engine to the deck, and Absolute Zero and the Shining are probably the 2 best hero fusions ever made. When this thing leaves the field, you destroy all their monsters, so that's a huge bonus for you. Then the guy that just came out, 2 E-Hero Escurados. Whatever his name is, he's good. Makes Super Poly live at all times if you have a hero. His effect's decent. I mean, it's not as good as, not even close to as good as that or the Shining. But he's a dark hero, and that's the only reason that we need him, really. So that's just him. And then the Xyz monsters, I got the 2 Blade Armors. One of these is coming out for an Excalibur when it comes out. But for the Bubbleman engine, it works good with Bubbleman, and that's why I run the Blade Armors. And then the other 2 Grade 4s, I had to cut down extra deck space. And then the Stardust for the Starlight Road. So yeah, guys, that's the new deck. Well, it's not really new, it's still Heroes, but I cut it down to 40. It's at 40 cards now. Just change it in general. I really like how it's working now. It draws really consistently all the time, and that's what I like about it. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to upload Ryland's Machine deck soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that, and peace out.